Yo, what is up, guys? It's Darsh TV back at the game with a few guys. But before we get to this video, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Really will not take. We're on the road to 200 subs, y'all. 9 subs away from 100. So subscribe to the channel. Leave this video a like, comment down below what things you guys want me to do, and also share this with your friends. Cause why not? But today we're gonna be talking about the Utah Jazz and how they are just dominating the NBA, and we're joined by my brother here, and we're basically just gonna be talking about the Utah Jazz. So for right now, they are 14-4, and they're currently on 11-game winning streak, and you know this team is good, and they made literally 0 trades during the offseason. I'm pretty sure they are the same exact team, but they've just been turning up. Jordan Clarkson can't miss. Literally anybody on the team, they cannot miss. So I mean, what do you think about this, man?
Personally, honestly, you would be thinking that Jazz with a 15-4 record, you might be thinking, oh, they didn't play anybody. They have played teams. They actually have surprised me the most. If you ask me which team is surprising to me, I'm picking Utah Jazz because Utah Jazz are currently number 1 in the Western Conference, followed by Clippers, Lakers. I mean, Utah Jazz 15-4. You can say they've played bad teams, but for me, they've played the Mavericks. They've played other great teams. I mean, it's just they've played, Warriors. They have played Hawks. Hawks are a contending team for me. I like the Hawks. If Hawks are healthy, I like them. But this is about the Jazz, and the Jazz have just shocked me completely.
So talking about the regular season, so their matchups right now have been the Trailblazers, which are okay, the Timberwolves, which they lost to, okay, the Thunder, the Suns, the Clippers, the Spurs, the Nets, the Knicks, the Bucks, the Pistons, the Cavs, Hawks, Nuggets, Pelicans, Warriors, Knicks, Mavericks, and Mavericks. That is a pretty, pretty tough schedule.
I mean, if you see where their win streak started from, they had started from beating the Bucks. So they got the high morale from beating the Bucks because, I mean, Giannis and his team are obviously contenders in the Eastern Conference. So, I mean, that's how they probably got that boost from.
I mean, and they're not just the best team in the Western Conference. They are the best team in the whole league. And that's saying something. I don't know if they're contenders or pretenders, but I mean, playoff time comes around, I don't think they're going anywhere. I feel like they're gonna be first round. I feel like they're gonna be first round exits.
That is an interesting take because, I mean, obviously Jazz are 15-4, but personally, to my belief, I don't think the Jazz can keep it up for this long. 15-4. I'm not saying they're lucky either. They're playing great basketball even without Donovan Mitchell. Rudy Gobert with just 5-year, 200 some million extension. He's balling out. I didn't like that contract extension, but the way he's playing, he's definitely deserved every single money.
I don't like that contract extension at all. He got paid way too much for a player of his size and everything and his skill. I don't feel like he deserves that type of money, but you never know. It might come to work. The Jazz are on a 11-game win streak, so they were 4-4, and they've won 11 straight. Damn. Their last loss. Let me go over here. Their last loss was January 6th. It's been 23 days.
And it was against the New York Knicks. After that game, they versed the Bucks. So now you're thinking, and I'm not trying to be rude to Knicks or anybody who's watching that are Knicks fans, but I mean, Knicks are, not really known for basketball. They lose. I'm like, they're versing against the Bucks. I was like, no way. But they go to Milwaukee and they blow them out. That's when I'm like, oh, this could be just a 1-game thing. But it's been 11 games and they've won. and that's really has surprised me. And one play that has shocked me in the Utah Jazz is Mike Conley. To me, Mike Conley has been really surprising. I picked him up in fantasy basketball. He was balling out. He was just balling out. Him, there's some other players in the NBA, Christian Wood, just so many steals in the free agency that they've picked up. And I mean,
plus, we talk about Joe Ingles. He has passed John Stockton as the all-time leader in three-pointers made for the Jazz. So that's saying something. And right now, the Jazz have made 15 straight threes in 7 games. That is the third longest streak in NBA history, and they're 3 away from the record held by the Rockets, which is not that surprising because Rockets are a 3-point shooting team. But they are really just, Conley and Rudy are really dominating the court right now, and even without Donovan Mitchell, they know how to play ball without him. They're not dependent, they're not reliable on him. So that's really nice.
Right. I mean, just in general, this is this whole season for them has not been a fluke. What Thirst just said, what was it? 15 threes made, in just consecutive games. Was it?
It was
15 threes in 7 straight games. How is that a fluke? You can't. It's not a fluke. I mean, have they been versing bad teams? No, they haven't. They have played the Bucks, the Nets, the Mavericks, which Mavericks to me has been just downright bad. But I mean, this is just incredible by Utah Jazz and what the coaching staff has done to this team.
Yeah, that is true. And we have not seen this team shoot more 3-pointers that they have been this season. Quinn Snyder is telling everybody on this team that you need that just go shoot threes. Literally, Jordan Clarkson cannot miss for his life. He's just going straight buckets right now. And I mean, and we know Jordan Clarkson as a streak shooter, one of those spot up shooter types, kind of like a BI kind of build. But yeah, man, this is really surprising to me. The Jazz are better than the Clippers and the Lakers, bro.
And I mean, to my shocking, they're second rounders, rookies, that have been just balling out for the Utah Jazz. Right, you've got players like Joe Ingles that is going off. You've got Bogdanovich that is just killing it. You've got Joe Ingles, Derek Favors. Wow, just amazing. He was released by New Orleans Pelicans last year, and now he's just balling out with Jordan Clarkson, which has been a surprise. This has literally been the same exact team, and I mean, I'm just out of words of how this Jazz team is playing right now.
Yeah, they are really, really, really playing good. But as I said, I don't feel like they're gonna be, doing too well in the playoffs. I mean, for now, obviously they'll be the number 1 seed if the regular season were to end today. But I don't know, man. I don't feel I feel like they're contenders, but I don't feel like they're gonna go anywhere in the playoffs. So
yeah, same here. For me, I think they're pretenders right now. They're not contenders. Once they really start building it up, which I'm not saying they haven't. Obviously, 11-game winning streak, they've built it. But if they can keep at the number 1 seed, watch out.
They need to show me, really. They need to show me they can beat the Clippers twice. They can beat the Lakers twice. They can beat the Nuggets twice. They can beat the Bucks twice and the Celtics twice. And the Nets twice.
Talking about Nuggets, right? I mean, they were down in the standings. And I mean, now they're also killing it as well. I mean, Nuggets have their last 10 were 7-3. I'm gonna take that 7-3. Last 10, 11-8, number 5 seed right now. I mean, they're just balling out.
Yeah, man, that is true. But we'll see how this season progresses. And there've been some really shocking teams that are really low in the standings, and they're really high in the standings. For example, the Raptors and the Heat, both low in the standings. That's not really too good. And then the Pelicans, bro. Pelicans are, I don't know, dude. Pelicans need to get their head straight. They're 7-10. They're just. I mean, if you have a guy like Zion and Bi, I mean, you
Lonzo
just
Ball.
can't, bro. Yeah, and Lonzo too. I mean, I'm not really saying Alonzo's not a good player. He just doesn't have like a 3-point shot or like a mid range, But he still finds way to get buckets. But anyways, getting back on track, the Utah Jazz have been doing really good, and hopefully they can keep this up for the whole season. They probably, like, I would guess they won't. But hey, you can't underestimate a team.
I mean, look, this is a 72-game season, I believe.
Yeah.
And Jazz have played 19 games already.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just keep building it up and they have the number 1 seed, anything can happen.
And talk about this. They're 10-2 in the conference. They've only lost 2 games in the Western Conference. And let's see who those were against, if we can find out who they were against. They've lost 2 games. Those were to the
Clippers. No, not Clippers. They lost to the
Timberwolves, which is shocking.
and then they lost to the Suns.
Where? Oh, yeah. So Timberwolves and Suns. Bro, Timberwolves? Well, I mean, that was before Cat got injured, but still.
Timberwolves are just 4-14 right now. I honestly don't know about D'Angelo Russell. If he's injured, then, I mean, because I personally don't really keep tabs with Timberwolves, because why would I? Because Karl-Anthony Towns is not on the floor. So, I mean, Anthony Edwards, for me, is doing really good. Rookie of the Year for me right now, if they see him we're 10, it's definitely James Wiseman.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like this draft has just been such a quiet draft, if you understand what I'm saying. Like none of like the top 3 picks are like exploding, and that might be because there was no preseason, They have to adapt, but never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically gonna wrap it up for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. Unless you want to say something else about the Utah Jazz or anything. Or
no, I mean, for me right now, it's the Utah Jazz are pretenders. For me right now, I mean, obviously, 11-game winning streak is just amazing, but they can keep this up. I might become a Utah Jazz believer that, hey, they can actually win it all.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like they're pretenders, but as you said, if they can keep it up, they'll be Gucci. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Unfortunately, my brother does not have a channel, so I can't put a link in the comment section or the description. So
I'll just be popping in and out in Theyre's YouTube videos sometimes, for just some issues or any kind of problems or anything. Just talk about, debate or anything. You can just bring me in, yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, in and out, and it's not just gonna be me. Sometimes, just talking. It's gonna also be him. But yeah, that's basically gonna wrap it for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Stay safe, be positive. Until then, Theyre's TV out. Peace.